What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. On this video here, I'm going to spend a little bit of time scouting out eBay auctions for UFC items to see if there's any deals or any snipes that we could take advantage of. So we're doing this on a Tuesday night. So I'm going to walk you through my method for looking for deals on eBay, how I price things out, how I scout out items, and just to see what's on the market this evening. I usually try to spend a little bit of time doing this every night, whether it's 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or an hour, depending on what's ending that evening. But let's get right into it. So I have 4 tabs. The first is an eBay tab that I look up auctions ending tonight. The second tab is an eBay tab to look up current listings on eBay for fixed prices to see current items for sale for the item if they're available. The third tab, I use Card Ladder to price out comps to see what the cards are going for. And then lastly is Gixxen.com, which is a sniping service that I believe I pay, I think it's $8 a year for, to put snipes in if possible. Sometimes if the auction is ending too soon, the snipe may or may not be reliable. So I may put the snipe in or bid on my cell phone just to keep it easy through eBay. So I'm not confusing the screens, but I'll let you know what I do, what I look at, and kind of my thought process. So let's get into it. So what I do is I just type in UFC, hit enter. I go to auction. And then from here, I sort by ending soonest with bids. There's ending soonest and ending soonest with bids. The ending soonest without the bids, you get a lot of items that are overpriced. And if I had more time, I'd probably spend more time in that. But the one with bids, at least if I know there's a bid, there's someone else crazy enough or dumb enough to bid on the item as well. So it gives me a little perspective. So we see we have 1,900 items, UFC auctions ending. So let's just see what's up here. So Alex Pereira knockout at a 99, $3, ending in 30 seconds. Anything that's like under a minute, unless I know the card inside and out and I feel comfortable bidding, I'll go for it. But some of this stuff is just too tight, so I need a little bit more time to research it. So let's see, McGregor, Khabib, final face-off knockout, sick card at a 99. We have a knockout auto, Matt Relic, blue parallel, Islam Makhachev. Probably saying that name wrong. I'm still learning how to pronounce a lot of these names. Hopefully I'll get better at it. So this ends in a minute. Let's see. Let's see if we can find this on Card Ladder. So I'm going to copy it. I'm going to paste it in Card Ladder. No results. So maybe if I shrink the description, I'll get more hits. No. So nothing on Card Ladder as of yet. So let me scroll down a little bit further. Trying to look for anything interesting, autographs, relics, something that catches my eye. And then also I use a tab sometimes to search the fighter to see if they have a fight coming up. So maybe I'll take advantage of that as well. Let me hide my bookmarks to make it a little more clear. So here we go, 2024 Topps Chrome UFC Auto Orange Ken Shamrock out of 25. So that's kind of interesting. So let's see for that. So we'll do $2024 Chrome UFC Shamrock Orange. Let's see what that pulls up. That's a Frank, that's a Ken. So this is the card here. So a raw sold by best offer for $29. A couple months ago, what was that card at? A 10-10 was 43. So again, a raw did 29. So possibly some value there. So now what I'll do is I'll take this go to current listings on eBay, search PSA, see if there's anything listed now. So just that card. So my thought is if a raw went for 29, if a 10, a dual 10, so this one is a 10-10, let's pull up the auction. Is it 43, a pop 1? Some pretty good value there. So if the raw went for 29, I would feel comfortable sniping this for double, so 59. So because it is less than 3 minutes and the sniping tool may not work, actually let's try and see what it says. Let's find out. So we get the eBay item number from here, Control-C to copy, paste it in Gixxon. So I'm going to go 5801. Let me see what the shipping is. This is from PSA, right? So it's being sold from the PSA vault. So shipping is $6. So I include shipping in the price of the card. So we were 58 bucks. So I'm going to do 52.01. And I'm going to add that. Let's see what it says. Okay, I didn't get the warning or the error message. So it's going to do a snipe at 52.01 with about 5 seconds left, and the current bid is 43 bucks. So we'll see what happens there. So we're going to keep going and keep searching to see what else. Leaf Khabib auto. I try to stay away from Leaf cards unless they're super special. I just think that overall collectors that are really in the UFC and that are at a higher level or maybe a more complex or evolved collector, they try to stay away from Leaf as well. I'm not saying it's not a good product. I'm not saying there's not a market, but it's just not for me to get into. Let's see what else catches my eye. Mackenzie Dern. Keep going. Holly Holm, 2023 Panini. Green Pulsar out of 10 for 23 bucks. Again, trying to look for relics or autographs this evening. This kind of was catching my eye, just going through. Cheap relic. At a knockout, top tier product. 7 minutes left. Let's see what this goes for. So I'm going to copy this, go to card ladder, paste it, and then just put in relic. See what comes up. Again, no sale, so I'll get rid of the word relic, see what pops up. Autograph base, cheap card. The relic probably doesn't go for much. So I'm going to keep it moving. 2024 Topps Royalty UFC Pedro Munoz. That is spelled correctly. Regalia relic, autograph, 57 out of 99. I don't know this fighter. So what I'm going to do is, I just like these cards. I love Topps Royalty. So I'm going to click on this. Sick looking card on card auto. So I'm going to look up Pedro Munoz in a separate tab. Do a little research on him. So let's see. According to SureDog, he's lost the last 3 fights. Let me pull up one that has a little bit better formatting. Loss. I'm not a total genius, but 3 losses in a row, I probably want to stay away from that fighter. So we will keep it moving. Let's see what else. Topps Knockout UFC Tabitha Ritchie, Momentous Materials, 1050. We could take a look at that one as well. So let's see. Topps Knockout, Tabitha Ritchie. We'll search this in card ladder. Again, there's kind of a system to this. What was that again? This was Momentous Materials. So I'll type in Momentous. If I can spell it properly. So let's see, 1 out of 25. So for $33 just the other day. Is this one numbered? This one is not numbered. Gonna stay away from that. If that out of 25 only went for 33 bucks, I'm not touching it. So we will keep it moving. Royalty, Andrei Arlovsky. Not too familiar with him. I'll stay away. Let's see. 2021 Chronicles. UFC Amanda Nunes National Treasures. Patch Auto Gold. Okay, out of 10. This looks promising. Let's check this one out. So, sticker auto at Cool Relic. It looks like a letter or a piece on there. Some part of the material. Back of the card. 2021 Chronicles, National Treasures, patch. So let's copy this, put this in the card ladder. Let's see. Is this numbered? Yeah, it was out of 10. So the one out of 49 did 27. 49. Wow, that's a pretty big drop. So this one in 2023 did 109.50 out of 49. And this one out of 49, wow, did 27 bucks. This National Treasure is graded 9.5, multicolor patch. Out of 49 did 76. It's kind of interesting. So if the most recent one, 49, did 27, the one out of 10, the gold, let me just make sure it's the same exact concept. Yeah, it is. Out of 10. So if the 49 did 27, the one out of 10, using like a basic multiplier, I'd probably feel comfortable anything under 50 bucks. So let's see. This one's already at 92. So again, I don't know if it being a multiplier that it's already over three times more than what the 49 did. I know the golds usually hold a special place in collector's heart, and out of 10 is pretty rare. But again, kind of out of my comfort zone. So we're going to stay away from that. Let's keep it going. A lot of UFC cards in the tonight, especially on DC Sports. Usually you don't see this many ending in one evening. So it's just kind of cool. Got a John Jones relic to look up. We'll check that one out. We'll put that aside. Francis Ngannou. Rose Namajunas. Trying to look for value, but I also want to look for cards that are a little bit higher price. So maybe there's a chance to get a decent comp on it as well. Let's see. DC Sports has a ton of UFC. Good selection, fun stuff, especially if you're a collector. Let's see. Okay, here we go. 2024 Topps Finest UFC Black Refractor out of 15. We'll pull that one aside to look at in a little bit. I just want to get past this first page. These are 20 minutes away, so I have a little bit of time to do some research and get a little perspective. Hidden Gems PSA 8. Not messing around PSA 8s. Robert Whitaker Auto Relic out of 199, 37 bucks. Patty Pimblett Auto Gold Refractor out of 50 for Chrome. We'll pull that one aside as well. Anything else interesting on this first page? Okay, here we go. Here's a more expensive one. 2025 Topps UFC Midnight Alex Pereira Relic Jersey Auto out of 12. Let's check what that goes for. That's an interesting one. Let's see. Probably should have done a little bit more research first on some of these fighters or to zone in a little bit, but it is what it is. I mean, I'm trying to really lock in on the UFC, understand this market, get more involved in as part of the learning process. I'm going to pull this Islam aside as well. Ooh, that's kind of sick. Look at that. A 2010 Topps UFC first autograph, Cain Velasquez. We're pulling that aside. That's interesting. Somebody trying to find older stuff and build a collection in those specific items like myself, that interests me. We'll keep going to see if anything else. Okay, these are an hour away, so we have some time. So I'm going to jump back over to the ones we pulled out. So let's start with this one, the John Jones relic. Let's see how the card looks. Top edge looks a little rough, little ding right there. Still a cool looking card. It is a John Jones. Fighter War Memorabilia. That's interesting because it says Fighter War Memorabilia, but the listing says Fight Matte Relic. So which is it? So it is a relic. It's not a matte. So let's pull the number aside and go to card ladder. John Jones knockout. Let's see if anything comes up. I should do 2025 to narrow it down. No. So I'm going to get rid of the card number. Put in relic. Here we go. So the Fight Matte. Yeah, it says Fight Matte, but it says Fight Worn. I don't know what that's about. I need to do some research on that. So the 1 out of 50 went for $53. This one is at 15. I prefer the serial number. I'm not going to touch the base. Not sure any idea how many of this are made. So out of my comfort zone, we move on. So we go to the Islam 2024 Finest Refractor out of 15. So we go back to card ladder, we put it in, let me get rid of that, do Islam, see what it pulls up. So, is that the same card? No, it's not. So we want card number 293. So the base sold a couple months ago. Sorry, not the base, the ungraded one. So for $30, it's number 13, so it's not the same card. So if the raw went for 13, what is this one at? A 9. The 9 I comp it about raw. Let's see what's currently on eBay. There's a 9 for 90 best offer, one for $53, one for 44. That's for a card out of 15, and there's 3 listed for sale. And it's, my gosh, 20% of the total pop. Huh. I'm staying away from that. Don't feel confident in the pricing on that, so we're not touching that one. Paddy Pimblett UFC signatures out of Topps Chrome out of 50. Let's look this one up. If I can copy the right info. Wow, I got way too much of that. So what is this one again? This is UFC signatures out of 50. So we do signatures. Out of 50. Let's see. So one in August sold for 65. These aren't the same ones. This is the regular gold. This is the geometric refractor, but they're both out of 50. One went for more than the other. I'm not sure what that's about. Geometric did 127.50 in August. The geometric really recently did 110. The base gold did 65. This one is the base gold. So it's already higher than it was. So for 65, this one's at 72. Has PSA pop information on here, so whoever listed it screwed that up and did that wrong. Let's see, when is Paddy's next fight? I should probably know this, but let's see. So I'm not sure. I mean, I see the rumors of him fighting Topuria. I don't know if that's legit or not. I didn't have time to look that up. Dana White waiting on UFC 322 to book Topuria. Anything here? Huge fight winning streak. Total superstar. I don't know when he's going to fight next, and I probably should know that. So let's see if any of these cars are currently listed for sale on eBay. So we have a PSA 10 out of 475, a Raw for 313, Raw for 275, and then this one. Oh, hold on, and then we have the green chrome out of 75. So this one's out of 50, 75. Huh. How's the card look? That scratch looks like it goes past the card, so I'm assuming that's either a hair or something not on the card. Again, sellers don't do their justice. I mean, how can somebody sell a card like this and with this glare? It's terrible. Again, I always say, like, get yourself a decent photography setup, take really good pictures, show the card's true condition. It'll pay for the equipment and probably 20 sales. Not a fan of that corner. Too many unknowns. I'm skipping this card. Not a fan of it. So we go to the heavy hitter of the night so far. UFC Midnight Alex Pereira Relic Jersey. How's the card look overall? Right from tops. Again, terrible pictures. Doesn't do the card any justice. It just drives me totally insane. In DC Sports, I mean, they're a huge consigner. I mean, I'm not in any position to criticize their business model or how they operate, but take the card out of the top loader and at least give yourself a chance to make more money for yourself, but also the customer that took the time to send it in. But let's see what this goes for. Is this called actually a Relic Jersey Fight War Memorabilia? So let's see. We'll copy that, put that in card ladder. There's only 12, so I probably won't get a hit. But let's see what we got. So one sold for auction. So that of 12s are the redemptions. So that obviously came in for midnight. So the redemption out of 12, my gosh, so for 460 on August 23rd, the unnumbered one base sold for 150. The one out of 12 sold for 460.96. Huh. Big dollar amount. So let's just assume it's 460, just for argument's sake. Let's see if there's any currently on eBay for sale. The base for 175. So that one that sold, anything before that's a redemption, so we can't see. I'm trying to see if the actual relic is anything different. So the one out of 25 is 300 or best offer. It's all the same color. So it looks like they're all the same. Unless there's some other. So this one, Moonrise Relic, out of 25. So out of 12, 238.50. So I'm going to live a little on this one. I'm actually going to place a bid. So I'm going to copy the item number. So if it's a 238 out of 12 sold for 460, I'm going to just put a very minimal level bid. Sorry, we're going back to this one. I'm going to do 270.23. So we're going to paste the number on, do 270.23. Add it. So let's see. The Shamrock, I totally got nuked out of the water on. So I put in a bid of 5201. It went for 105.50. So people paid it for the PSA 10. So that's fine. So I put a bid of 270.23. 26 minutes. We'll see how that one ends as well. So we're done with this one. I'm not interested in this anymore. I'm going to skip it. No, nothing special about it. No auto, no patch. It is serial number. It is a PSA 10, but and it is a pop 1. So it's pop 1. There's no comp. So I'm skipping it. So this is the one I really want to focus on. This card, let's see. Little white on the corner. Nice signature. Sticker autograph, but back then you get what you can take. Again, take it out of the top loader, please, so we can see what the heck we're purchasing. I'm going to keep complaining about that until the cows come home. Is that no, that's on the card, right? That's a hair because it goes over here. Okay. So now we have the card. So 2010 Topps UFC Cain Velasquez auto. Let's look that up. I'm getting rid of first. Just going to type in auto. You know, the less words you have in there, the wider span you get on your search for a card ladder. So keep it as narrow as possible, but as wide so you don't exclude results. So let's see. The pop, let's see, the PSA 9 went for $92.50 September 28th. Let's see how this one looks. The 9 went for $92.50. This one's at 46. Again, I don't know why it's pulling in PSA pop data. Unless is that total graded? Let's see. So it's just a reference point. Okay, I never actually clicked on this before to see, but it's total graded. So there's no 10s, 8 9s, 2 8s. So assume this is an 8 or a 9, probably an 8 with the corner, but it is a historically great card. Pioneer UFC. So we're gonna throw a bid. Let's first see if there's any currently listed on eBay. Auto, let's see. That's a cool card. 2010 Topps UFC Knockout Cain Velasquez fighter worn gear out of 188 with the auto. That's sick. ComC has one for 103. Man, I want to buy that card. I just love the way the card looks. So cool. So let's see, full contact $99.99. Keep going down. We still haven't seen our card yet. Wow, even the relics are only 77 bucks. This one is. I'm adding that to my watch list because maybe I'll take a look at that later. So let's see. First auto, this one is 70 bucks, 46. So 70 is the floor. It has 14 watchers. So people are interested, paying attention to it. See how the card looks. Looks like the same white corner ding, basically. Nice card. Okay, so 70 is, we can buy it at, it's at 46. I'm gonna put in a bid. How much was shipping? $6. I'm gonna put in a bid of 50.23 and do that. And I think that's everything I'm gonna do for the moment. I just want to show you a little snippet. I'll try to do this maybe once a week, just kind of go through and show you how I scout out cards. Just have a little bit of a system to research it. I'm gonna keep doing this, but for now, thank you for taking the time to watch the video. If you guys got some value out of watching me scout out eBay snipes for UFC cards and you learned something new, I'd really appreciate it if you can subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video. leave a comment down below for it really helps the algorithm out. So with all that said, thank you guys so much for watching the video and have a great evening.